Now I know where I'm gonna go with this situation. Okay, so you just guys gotta just bear with me. And this is just coming just straight in my head because the fact is I'm just thinking about this. And I'm gonna start off with this. Okay, like when it comes down to these handhelds, and they create bigger handhelds that has more stuff up in it. Okay, and I'm just gonna say the subject. The subject I'm talking about is this ROG Ally X. And now when it and this is what gets me, and this ain't nothing bad, because I don't know, I think about this type of stuff because I'm looking at it as, it's like, do I really need to get this? Is this like the upgrade? Okay, so and that's the reason why I want to make those type of scenarios when it comes down to the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. And I just want to talk about that, so just bear with me. Okay, all right, you guys, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. Now I'm gonna go back. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck. I've been like just debating on getting the Steam Deck OLED. But when I look at my Steam Deck and all the work that I put up in it, everything I set up in, and all the great things that I'm still enjoying my Steam Deck. Yes, there are a few upgrades with the Steam Deck OLED. It's got the battery life, you got the OLED screen. There's a bunch of other upgrades that's good with the with the Steam Deck OLED. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm still been, just like I said, I still been like debating on getting one. I still just might get one, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm still enjoying my regular Steam Deck. I mean, the screen looks good, everything looks good. I feel like this. Okay, I feel like this, and I'm gonna take it towards the ROG Ally. The first Ally, I have the highest one, and with this Z1 Extreme processor, my ROG Ally haven't gave me not one problem at all. I mean, there's been some complaints with the SD card. I haven't had no problems with it, which I'm pretty thankful. And the screen is amazing on both of these. And then there's also some definite mods that you can do on the first Steam Deck that you can make the screen like a lot more brighter. You can mess with the saturation, and you can do some more to the Steam Deck to where that you can actually have a great experience with the Steam Deck. Now, only thing I can say right now when it comes down to it is battery life, and that's going to be the biggest selling point of these things. Okay, so now they supposed to be coming out with the ROG Ally X. Let's get into that. And a lot of people was thinking it's going to be the ROG Ally 2. Well, come to find out, it's not going to be an Ally 2. To me, it's still giving you the 120 hertz display. It's not gonna, I hear it's not gonna, they're not gonna use an OLED panel. So, but most of it, they said it was going to give you higher battery life. Okay, let's talk about that, because that's a big point right there when it comes down to it. In all these handhelds is the battery life, of course, because you want to be able to play your games longer without have to plug up a charger or have it plugged up to something, or and to play those intense games. But the good news with me is the fact is that when I do play games, on my handhelds and stuff like that, I play the more simple games. Like when it comes down to like playing like some really intense graphic games, I just stick to the PC or I just stick to the consoles. That's just what I do. But those fun games that's actually like and looking good, yes, it does. I mean, because you cannot help it seeing that display on that screen. And now emulation doesn't really take too much. It's not, I mean, seriously, if you even down to like the Wii U, I mean, the Wii U is not really like pushing out that much. I think I probably went, as you saw in on my video before, I think I probably went no more than probably like 18 watts. But it's not nothing too crazy. And I was able to play Bayonetta, no problem at all. It ran very good, no problem. I mean, even with even playing some PS3 action, I was playing Spider-Man and having a great time. But But then again, I guess that in a lot of cases, yes, we're looking at that battery life. We're looking at that save capacity. What's on board with this? What's on board? What's built inside of this? Okay. Now, according to, I'm hearing these are just rumors. I don't know if it's going to be true or not. They did have a video out there talking about some of the things that the secrets, but they're not really like releasing anything until June 2nd. So at that very moment in time, I'm just like, that's when we're gonna get the actual the actual facts. It's just like hearing about the Switch 2. I hear a lot of rumors about the Switch 2. I'm not really looking at that until Nintendo actually says they gonna drop something and then they show a ad for Switch 2. That's the only way I'm gonna be like, okay, this is happening. That's it. You know what I'm saying? This is going down. Now going back to this situation. I feel that, and this is some things that I wish that they would do. Okay, now that you came out with these newer handhelds and stuff like that, I just wish that even like, okay, let's put it this way. If say for instance, like when the PS5 came out, you was able to go to GameStop or something like that and be able to trade your PS4 in, get some credit, and then get your PS5. You got a little bit of a slight bit of a discount. I wish companies would do something to where that they could take back at least your other handheld, give you some credit, and then upgrade to your new one. I think that that'd be really awesome because you paid a lot of money for your other one. And I just think that that'd be super good. And then one thing I do like about some with the Steam Deck, they actually have the refurbished ones. So obviously they didn't took them back or they fixed them and they sent out new ones or something like that. And then they go ahead and they fix whatever that's going on. And now, and also with ASUS, I like their customer service, because there was people that had problems with their SD card. They sent it in and then they sent them another one, and there's people that had problems like twice and 3 times, but they helped them out. And then all of a sudden, like with this one, I guess with this particular model that's coming out, it's not going to have no problem with the SD card at all. And even some of the newer made ASUS ROG Allies now, they fixed those problems. They addressed those problems, which is good. But I just wish that if say for instance, what about the people who doesn't want to like upgrade? And I know it's like a money thing or whatever, but what if they actually came out with like, you know what I'm saying, with like to where you can actually mod your own handheld itself, and then like give us access to that newer battery. Even the Steam Deck, you know, have that higher capacity battery. Maybe a third party create this battery that can be a little bit more powerful for our device, and then we could actually just go in and switch out our battery to have a higher capacity battery for us that charges and does everything else. I just wish that they did something like that. That way we doesn't have to like go ahead and buy like a whole nother handheld to itself. And I mean, especially with us people that's like, you know, into tech and just kind of tech savvy and stuff like that. And even, okay, because we still like everything that we did and all the work that you put in and set your stuff up, and you have it just the way you want to, you know, and I'm that person. I put a lot of work when I get a handheld. I put a lot of work in it, and I set it up and have it to where that it's me. And then now you got this new one, and now it's like, okay, so all right, so I'm gonna go over here. Now what? Now I got this one. Now what? I gotta put it online to sell it or do what they need to do. But I just wish that I could still keep because some people, it's like an older car. You paid it off, it's yours. I know there's access to get like a new one, and you probably do have the money to get a new one. But what if you just like that old one? What if you like that old car? What if you just still like that old car? Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's running good. Everything's perfect on it. You're set. You know what I'm saying? And some people do. That's what makes classic cars. And those people have those cars and they take care of them. And I just wish that they did something for the, you know what I'm saying, for the generation, for the other handhelds or other devices that we currently have, and then, you know, and then still have that choice to go ahead and get the other one. But at least to be able, because let's put it this way, I would love to get the Steam Deck OLED, but I wish that I can get a couple of parts to put in my regular OLED. I mean my regular Steam Deck. I just wish that I can do that. That's just what I was just thinking of. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, because I'm going back and forth with this situation, and maybe I had no point. Maybe I had no point. I probably don't. But it's just, these are things that I'm thinking of, and I just kind of wish. So what are your thoughts on the situation? What are your thoughts about the ROG Ally? Are you getting the new ROG Ally X? You're gonna go for it? Do you already currently have the ROG Ally and then you want to go upgrade? Now, no way, shape, or form I'm saying anything bad about the devices. I just wish that we can get some of those parts to put up in ours, and then that way we can have like a little bit of an upgrade, and that'd be kind of cool. I guess where I'm going with this in a lot of cases is that these handhelds or these devices been coming out way too fast, and I know that everything moves so fast, and everything, it's got to be the next thing, the next hot thing. But just think, the first Steam Deck came out in 22. It came out in 22. That's only a couple years ago. So the Ally just came out a little bit not too long after that. And I don't know, it's just the fact is that everything just going so fast. And it's just, you know, you ain't taking it, we ain't getting a chance to enjoy what we have and to enjoy that before. And I know that a lot of cases that a lot of mistakes be addressed it, and they have to do that in order for them to address some of those mistakes that they did on their first console. They have to go ahead and probably create another console, another handheld. I can understand that. I see that. That's understandable, because that way they address those people to get the people a better experience, and that's a choice. So, you know, maybe after it'd been out for a while, even like with the, you know, even with the Steam Deck, I mean, because like at least to be able to switch out that battery and to get use a more powerful battery in our cases. So I just wish that it was something like that to where we can have access to it. And I'm quite sure that there's probably third parties out there who pretty much can figure those type of things out and stuff like that. But, you know, this is just wishful thinking. I'm not going to say but. These are just my thoughts, because when some of these handhelds, when some of the, like, let's put it this way, when Nintendo came out, and then it was out for years before the Super Nintendo came in. Even when the Super Nintendo came out, they was still making games, accessories, add-ons, things like that for that console. And I mean, so many things was made for that. I mean, and I know that things has changed. Let's put it this way, like the PlayStation was out for quite a few years. I'm not going to sit there and get all into the whole exact dates or whatever before the PlayStation 2 came in, but it took some years before they actually came out with the PS2, and there was so many great games. I was talking to my wife the other day, when I played, okay, let's go back to the PS3. I played so many games on the PS3 before the PS4 came in. When the PS4 came in before the PS5, I played so many games and enjoyed so many memorable moments on that PS4 before the 5 came. And it's wild that when I got the Pro, I was still playing the first one. I didn't even buy the Slim. I went right to the Pro, and still enjoying so many great things. And they just like it is, they had to throw some upgrades up in there. But that PlayStation 4 was out. I got friends that still have the first PlayStation 4, and it's still working for them. And every time I see it, it's just awesome to see. It's so awesome to see that. And it's just like going back to the Game Boy. Person that gets that has that Game Boy, and they're still playing that game on them Game Boys. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. And after so many years that people still, and even like with the 3DS and the DS and stuff like that, it's just thinking about that comparison to the way they pull out so many devices so fast. And with the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, yes, there were mistakes, but I'm gonna tell you right now, to both of them, they did a great job though. So, and that's the reason why this stuff was just on my mind. All right, you guys, enough of me yapping. I probably even got more to say, but I'm not gonna keep going with it. But I'm gonna be out, you guys. Thank you guys for chilling, watching, and from Gamer to Gamer. Peace out, yo.